Hello. Welcome to episode 39 of In the Last Remaining Light. Hope you're settled in. It's getting cold here in the, northern hemisphere. This is your Saturday night Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle by the Dice Cult. And I am your storyteller, Nathan, joined by Sai playing Mary, fledgling of the ministry, Katie playing Iris, another poor, recently embraced creature caught up in the intrigues of Seattle, and Jillian playing Tyr. The gangrel that's in charge.
Well.
In charge of this platform here at the Westlake Mall.
That's true, yeah.
No.
Primogen gather through as many stealthy ways as they can, as they are completely under the surveillance of the Second Inquisition. Drastic steps have been taken, and some are happy about it, some are not. This will be discussed by dissidents, loyal Camarilla thugs, and these three, somewhere in between. They're probably just dissidents. Juvenile delinquents. Really.
We're helping.
We're very helpful juvenile delinquents.
Two of these delinquents are at one end of the tenuous connection. Walter, the Ventru Primogen, has been summoned to speak with the Toreador Primogen, Iris's sire, at her home. The way was costly and required the help of the local tribune, Diana. And in the wake of that, Diana, Tyr, and Iris stand on this platform, exchanging suspicious glances and maybe some solidarity with each other as they confront Diana, who has been kind of the orchestrator of a lot of the misery in their nights.
Mm.
She's wiping the blood from her hand. There's a cost of sending Walter through the mirror. And looks at the two of you. It's nice to finally be alone with the two of you. You ladies have a plan to get off this platform?
Not quite. We didn't really plan to be on it.
Yeah, this was not. This was just a spur of the moment type thing. We could go back the way we came.
Oh, gosh. I don't know if I want to climb back down that, but
Perhaps. I think that they might perhaps be enclosing on that side of the street. I can see and hear a bartender talking to someone.
Huh.
No. We can always take the train up and walk back, I guess. It's not that far. Do you have to wait here until the meeting's done to let him back through, though?
Unfortunately, I do. There's a price at both ends for passing through the mirrors.
Looking at Iris like I'd almost rather fight the FBI.
Then walk.
sit in this train for 5 minutes.
The longest.
God,
It's
it'll be like
only
an hour.
5 minutes. It's not even long. We're not fighting the FBI. Oh,
We're
with
not
just the
fighting
two of
the
us.
FBI. Okay, dude, puts fist down.
I don't have the right guns for this.
Yeah, you're right. Should have grabbed the guns. Really, I was in a fucking hurry.
Yeah, it was hard to keep up with.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't have been able to stop you from
No,
going alone. So
no. Kind of pissed about it, actually. Like, I respect the grind, but like, it was me who was affected, and that pisses me off. You know.
Especially for him to just go straight through when we got here.
Yeah. Tier's gonna step onto the train.
Right. I'll follow, since we might have to come back anyway.
Yeah,
It's a loop.
we could just ride the train for a while.
Yeah.
Should we get back to the meeting? Like,
I just don't know if he's gonna be mad if we're not there.
I don't know.
He seems a little
I'm sure
temperamental.
Walter will understand. We have made it
Gosh.
purposefully difficult to get back to
Yes.
Catherine's house.
That is true. There's a bit of a crowd.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go for a ride.
Yeah.
That's fine.
We might be back, Diana, to talk with you in a bit.
Oh, Diana, I think, is on the train with us. Like, she's
I
gonna
thought she
be
was
here
staying
for-
on the platform.
Where's the mirror?
She is remaining on the platform. The mirror is as
Ah.
part of the mall. It is not going with you.
Oh. You're in a shitty spot to just be fucking standing.
Sometimes the best place to hide from the Inquisition is right next to them. I'm kidding. That's terrible advice. If they come up here, I will deal with them.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
And it seems like I might have to at some point. She kind of turns and looks through two glass doors into the darkened mall. And just like you saw on the way in, there are the bobbing lights of flashlights, men going store to store, searching.
Are you coming back to Catherine's? Because I know Jorgen is there, and I know he wanted to talk with you.
I expect I will be talking with Jorgen soon enough.
Yeah, maybe a little ahead of schedule, you know?
Take care of him. He's important. He's not ready to deal with this yet. She glances back towards the mall and the FBI.
I'm gonna regret this question. Do you need help? Or are you better standing here alone?
Well, if you're interested,
No.
Well,
I could use a distraction.
you wanna owe me a boon?
Sure.
Hell yeah. Lil boon. I'm sure it will be. What kind of actually, let's
Yeah.
talk it out first. It depends on the size of the boon now.
Yeah.
What kind of distraction did you have in mind?
If you got on this monorail and took a few cars north with you, I would consider it a favor.
Okay.
Anybody can do
Could
this.
that.
Can I get an investigation awareness roll?
Investigation what?
Oof, I have 2 whole dice in that, but all
What
right.
were the roll?
Oh, I'm
What?
sorry. It's not investigation awareness.
Oh.
It's wits awareness.
Okay.
Okay, that's better. That's at least 4.
That is less than 4.
Iris, you may use Auspex.
2 successes.
Okay. I'll add aspects. Hold on. So 3 more dice on top of that. We can.
Ooh,
I'm-
yeah. See things, hear
Yeah.
things.
See, that added 1 more, so that puts us at 4.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is there a sense you'd like to use in particular?
I'll listen this time.
Audible to anyone with normal hearing
Mm.
is the sound of car doors slamming on the far side of the platform down at street level.
Huh.
Our local G-men have completed a perimeter around the Westlake Center.
Oof.
Iris, you pick up the car door slam, the footsteps of nice shoes on pavement, scraping. 2 sets of nice shoes. And then the engaging of a door handle. A moment of confusion and outrage from a local bartender. And then the tromping of those same shoes up metal staircase that you recall is an integral part of the rooftop bar across the street.
Okay, so they'd have to make a jump to get over. So it's
Yeah. What if they do it?
They will easily be able to see across the street and onto the platform, though.
That's fair. They know what we
When-
look like.
That's very true. They all know what we look like.
In a few moments, when that monorail leaves, they will see everyone who is on the platform and who is not in.
And they jump across because they're genetically modified super soldiers. It's
That would
Yep.
be
Okay.
very fun.
So
oh, ooh.
do you want us to get on this loop or the next one? Because there are people coming up that bar across the street right now. And I don't know if you need to see us get on the train or
Do it however you like.
It's like a 5-minute loop. They could get over here before it's back
Yeah.
again.
could we just get on top of the train?
Oh,
be visible.
already ahead of you?
Yeah. And just wave goodbye?
I think that makes a lot of sense.
That'll
Sounds like
bring
a
them
dumb
with us.
choice, which is what we're doing at the moment. Is dumb
I love
choice.
it. Let's get on top of the train.
Perfect 10 out of 10. Is there a problem, Diana?
She scowls at both of you.
You wanted a distraction.
Yeah. If you have a better idea, you're welcome to give it.
I understand that these are strange times. As long as both of you know that one day when you grow up, the Masquerade will be back in force, you should not parade these things in front of lawmen.
I see what you're saying. Well, when that's back in force, we'll get to it.
Yeah. I'm sure we
Is
won't
the
feel the
future
need
the
to do
present?
things when it's in force.
Hey, I'm making it worth your boon, you know? So if I die, it goes to Iris. If Iris also dies, it goes to Mary. If Mary asks for something very stupid, it goes to Jorgen.
Yeah.
What counts as stupid?
Yeah, you'll know it when you hear it.
All right. I accept your strange and convoluted terms.
Yeah, that'll do.
It's great.
I think I shall just consider this a group favor.
Sure.
And if you ask for something stupid, I just won't do it.
Only if Mary asks for something stupid. I'm sure I will ask for something very legal, unlike what was asked of me. I'm going to get on top of this train.
Of course it will be. I'll just keep quiet about that.
Iris, do you need a hand? No, you can climb shit better than I
Yep,
can.
I'm gonna just
You
climb
don't
up there.
need me.
I'm wearing heels and I can climb on this train better.
Yeah. Hey, Lydia, should you like not be in the train?
Shit. I'll go.
It might
I
be
need to get back to
safer
my
on-
apartment.
It might be safer if she goes with us north
That's true.
because they're all here.
Okay.
You
can
think
be
they'll?
in the train.
Do you think they'll keep chasing you once we get to Seattle Center?
I would just say peel off from us. Is what I would advise. I can't promise anything.
Okay.
Climb it up.
Oh, this is gonna be great. I've always wanted to like run on a train.
But now we just get to sit on one.
It's almost
Okay.
correct. Let's get comfortable.
Find the best if there's anything to hold on to,
Yeah.
if need be.
You have a nice night, Diana. Stay safe.
And the two of you as well.
Aw. It only sounded
Always.
like it hurt you a little bit to say it, and it kind of warms my heart. So, see you later. Smack the train like it's a horse.
Iris,
Mhm.
you wait courteously for Tyr to mount the steel behemoth. Taking in Seattle with your increased hearing, and you hear a couple of other things.
Good.
One, there are several sets of shoes that are indeed approaching the black glass doors from the mall side. Someone's about to be up here. Whether or not they're alerted or not, this platform is finally about to be checked. You've only been up here a couple minutes, but
Good.
the FBI is completing their sweep, and this platform is about to become part of that.
I'll let Diana know. Be like, it looks like you got maybe a minute before someone comes from the mall side. Quite a few someones.
How many? I can deal with a few.
Did I hear the amount of shoes? Just several.
You heard 3 distinct gates.
I think there's 3 of them.
I think I can deal with it.
You could always come up here with us
How fun.
and come back to the mirror closer to when he returns.
I have been paid quite handsomely for a task, and I intend to complete it.
Okay.
You guys getting paid for this stuff?
Yeah.
Everybody getting paid?
Payment. Mm.
Jeez.
Mm.
All
Well, I
right.
believe you're familiar with the concept. 3 can be dealt with. She, maintaining her gaze with you, kind of sidles over and leans up against the wall, placing her hand on the break bar that opens the double doors. She closes her fist, and a kind of black ice begins to form along the bar. It grows and grows until it has enveloped the bar, fixing it in place, concentrating across the locking mechanism.
Hmm.
I am going to need breakfast after this. Anyways, hopefully Walter keeps the meeting short.
Fingers crossed.
Can only hope.
Mm.
And the other thing that you heard, Iris, when Walter stepped into the mirror, it was as if his reflection and himself merged on the other side. You saw him walk away and enter the mall out of the frame of the mirror. And you could just faintly make out the steps of Walter. And if you focused on that, you could kind of hear them trailing off in the distance with a weird, funny echo. But that ended abruptly just a few moments ago, as if someone threw a heavy blanket over the sound.
It's weird. It means nothing to me, but it's weird.
If only we were smart.
Me with my one intelligence being like, ha.
And anyways, Tyr, you still have prowess activated.
Hell yeah.
I am not going to make you roll to climb on top of the monorail.
Thank you. Just, just basically throw myself up there.
Good.
This is gonna be fun. We haven't done something stupid like this in a hot second.
It's been
Like
at
what, a
least a
day?
day.
Like a whole day. All right.
Iris, are you activating any powers to get up the side of this, or are you making a dexterity athletics check to do it?
I'll just do the Dex athletics check. I don't need to get hungrier when I can just ask for Tyr to help me get up there.
Yeah, I'll be near the edge at the ready if it seems like I'm needed.
I'm already injured and hungry, so
Yeah, this is a good mission for you to be on.
oof. Ooh. Yeah, I might need some help. I got a whole one.
Oh Lord. Tyr, you hear behind you immediately the clang of Iris's hand as she jumps and catches the side of it. But it's just one clang because it's just one hand.
Huh. Yeah, I just like grab her by like the wrist and just pull her up and set her down.
Great. Thanks.
Yeah. What is being incredibly strong for?
No doubt, you you are able to easily help her out. But
Perfect.
failures have consequences.
Good.
You reach down and put your fingers around Iris's wrist and haul upwards, and at that same moment, the monorail lurches.
Mm.
Mm.
We Three Stooges through this whole thing.
And a voice across the way shouts, "Hey!"
Hey.
Oh, I'd love to wave once I get up there.
Tyr, you can just feel the gaze of someone in a suit bearing into you.
Feel that a mile away. I know. We wave.
It's not our best friend Ramirez, is it?
Yeah, Squint. Not Ramirez. Or Farfalli. I can't remember the other guy. Fernelli.
Forelli.
Pharrell, that one sounds right.
Iris, as Tyr hauls you up and the monorail is leaving the station, the very last thing you see as you turn back to Diana, who's looking wryly at the two of you,
We're helping her.
She likes us.
is that the mirror, it's not reflecting the world anymore, or at least it's added something to it. A thick tendril of black smoke seeps onto the platform in the mirror world, rolling across it. And I think that's where we're going to leave you to,
Oh, good.
and go join Mary.
Have fun at your meeting.
Yeah, much better situation, I think.
Well,
You don't even know.
I had no idea this nightmare's happening.
Mary, you are still in the penthouse, preparing to ride the elevator down to greet Walter. In the
I need to
entryway.
get damn, what's his name? Michael.
Michael.
Yeah. Where is he?
He is up in the foyer, the waiting room just before the place where the prince and Catherine
Okay.
have been having their interrogation.
All right. I have to get Michael first before I go to Walter.
That's on the way.
Okay.
Poke your head in to the gilded hall, and Jorgen and Michael's heads both turn to meet you. Hey, Mary.
Michael, I think it's almost time.
Oh shit! Already? Okay. I guess I'm ready.
Yeah, do you have any stuff? Do you have anything?
No, I don't think I want to keep anything.
Okay. Well, when you're there, I feel like I feel like it's going to be hard for you to tell what what you're actually feeling and what you're doing and even your memories. I mean, I know because I read about it and I kind of do something similar and you can do something similar. Remember when you made I wasn't there.
Oh, we'll tell you about it.
Oh, I think I know. I know what you're talking about, though. Yeah. Like when Iris and Tyr took me out to go get something to eat. Yeah, there's this guy and he needed me to like fix him, so he didn't remember. Huh.
Yeah. So Walter can do that to you or anyone really.
Oh. You think someone's already done that to me?
I mean, it's possible. It's possible.
I don't
I mean,
remember
the thing is,
I remember getting out of the container. And I remember it being dark. I don't know, I was on my way home from school before that.
that is, I mean, come to think of it, we don't really remember. Most of us actually, he's making a good point here. Come to think of it, like
This guy's smarter than all of us.
that's happened to all of us. I don't remember what happened to us either. Anyway, you've been told about the masquerade, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is totally masquerade violation. But the the moment you can get out of here and do stuff, I need you to start keeping a diary
Okay.
and hide it. It's only for you. It's for nobody. Nobody should find it, not the vampires and not humans. And put your thoughts, feelings, and memories because you don't know when those feelings, because he can make you feel happy all the time, You don't know when those will change. So you want to remember your feelings and what you remember.
Okay.
Okay. Well, before I feel comfortable like sending you out to Walter, I think we have to do like some fail-safe stuff. Like, what do you think about that? Would you be okay with that?
I don't know that I like the sound of that. I understand that he's dangerous, but maybe the whole point of this is to just kind of figure things out on your own. Look,
Well,
maybe I can take some help from you. I don't know. Mary, I'm sure that there's a good role for this. There's got to be a sincerity mechanism. So this is definitely going to be manipulation.
okay. Manipulation, persuasion.
Yeah, it's got to be manipulation, persuasion.
Okay. Let's go for it. 4 successes.
I get a dice roller. It's muffled, so Tyr can't count my dice anymore.
I can just
Oh.
feel when it's intimidating.
You hear like keyboard clacking.
Yeah.
It's a long like.
Love
Oh, you're
when people
typing
can
something
hear how hard
long.
I'm rolling. Let them know that I'm about to hurt them. They should know.
Okay, all right. Diary sounds like a good idea, and if you can do something that will help, if he tries to mess with my mind, then I guess I think
Okay,
that's a good idea.
good. I mean, I think a diary is not so bad to start with, but I mean, maybe we can do a bit more. All right. Well, I'm going to issue some. I don't know if you can. Eventually, you're gonna learn. I'm gonna issue a command that's gonna just activate under certain conditions. Okay. And you won't remember me doing that.
Okay.
It's just you're just gonna automatically do it. Okay. So, you tell me if this counts as 2 or 1. Because it could. Okay. It could probably be 2. Okay. So here are my implanted commands. The moment you feel Walter Jackson is making you feel unsafe, puncture your hand with your own tooth between your index and middle finger. And when you see your hand punctured, left hand, when you're in a quiet, like a safe place where no one's gonna see you, text or call this number, which is I'm gonna give him the number I have with my mom, with your address or where you are if you don't know it, and sign it with M at the end as your very last letter, so I know it's you.
Okay. So Michael is going to return your gaze and let his mind relax. He is not an unwilling target of your intrusion into his mind. So there is no roll required, as there would be. There may come a time when we may have to roll to see if this works or not, as intended.
Will I feel like, oh, there's something going on?
He bites his hand in the meeting. Just instantly.
Right? Like,
2 minutes later.
God damn it.
Oh, shit.
You have also the terms of this are if Walter Jackson makes him feel unsafe.
Yeah. Which will, like, I don't know if that I mean, that's pretty specific, because he might just like leave Michael to nannies or something, like, which is possible, but you know.
I was thinking that it could be unspecific as well,
Oh, okay.
but you're right. That is also a possible failure.
It's gonna be okay.
Indeed.
One of these days, if it's an awful place, he's gonna be under Walter Jackson, and Walter Jackson will make him feel unsafe.
Well, one thing I can guarantee you is that it will be meaningful. One way or another. It
I
works
almost said
or it
all.
doesn't.
Okay.
After a few minutes, Michael bats his eyelashes to you. They flutter. Where were we going?
Yeah.
Still at the meeting?
Yeah, we're going to Walter's. It's gonna be nice.
Oh,
He said there's
okay.
gonna be like a vampire boarding school. Something you're gonna learn vampire things.
Okay. Okay. All right. Vampire boarding school. Okay. Lead the way.
All right. I'll take Jorgen. You want to come with us? Just
Oh, I'm definitely coming. Jorgen stands up.
Already at the door.
good, so that like in case shit. Yeah. And then we'll go. We can go. I don't want to be late for Walter.
The three of you crowd into the elevator. Before Catherine already headed down, and you saw people on their way. You were headed to the floor below, which has only been referred to as the entryway so far. You hit the button, the elevator rolls down, the doors open, and it looks a little bit like you've gone backwards in time. They open into a wood-paneled hallway lit with what appear to be gas lamps.
That seems not good. That seems not good for like a team like us. I feel like Nathan's trying to bait us right now.
It's a great time. Burn
was my
down my
first
new
thought.
house.
That was my first thought.
The elevator opens straight into it. You can see that there's a T-junction ahead of you and darkness in front of you. The building is not so long or huge as to think that that would be possible, but the hallway is not lit except at this T-junction and at the elevator. Beyond that, the light just grows dimmer and dimmer and dimmer until it's black.
Well, I've got Eyes of the Beast, so
Are you activating that?
yeah, sure.
Your vision of the hallway changes dramatically when you summon this bestial power. The candles, or the gas lamps that were burning softly and dimly before, just casting a yellow glow, blaze now with their heat and light. And into the darkness, you can see the outline of the wall. It's faint gray, broken lines recede into the distance. But they draw like a perspective painting, those lines that are the crown molding on the side of the wall. And they keep going and going and going until they intersect in the distance. It is very dim and very broken the last way. You've used this enough times to know that it kind of picks up light and heat and energy and magnifies it. Finds the thing that will sate the beast within you, which is life and heat, energy. And the end of this hallway, if there can be said to be an end, is the absence of that.
Are we in the right place? I look at Jorgen.
Yeah? Catherine told me it's a floor below.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll go. Well, let's go forward.
Immediately upon your conversation being launched with Jorgen. Is that you, dears? Catherine's voice rings throughout the hallways. It's musical.
Yeah. This place is like, what's up with this place? You got gas lamps.
Forget the abyss. These
They
lamps.
use like LED now,
This is
you
so
know.
dangerous.
She walks down into the T junction and pokes her head around the corner. You can see in her hand she's actually holding a gas lamp. This floor was specifically installed by Diana with
Wow.
some collaboration with the newcomers. Electronics seem to be a bad idea of any sort.
I see. So you just keep these gas lamps lying around. Just like keep asking about these gas lamps.
It's very important.
Tempted to knock one over.
Oh, I have Marcellus prepare the space before we use it.
Oh.
And I
So
like them. They're a little bit, I don't know, edgy, but calming.
I mean, yeah, it does give you like a Dungeons and Dragons kind of vibe. More of the dungeons, less of the dragons.
Oh, the dungeon floor is much easier to build and maintain.
Dungeon floor.
Should we like go get Walter Jackson?
He will be along shortly. There isn't really any going and getting him.
Oh,
He either succeeds in achieving the entryway or he does not.
what's that supposed to mean?
It means that this method of travel is not without its risks.
Well, I mean, I guess like hold on. You have a dungeon?
I was joking.
Oh. I mean, if you think about it, like you were in kind of a dungeon, right? Under the mall.
I was.
Everyone needs a dungeon.
And I find myself even more anti-dungeon now that I've experienced one.
How old are you?
Mary, that's not a polite question.
Oh, I don't know really what's polite and what's not.
Okay.
So
Mary, I am young enough that I haven't been on the business end of some sort of castle dungeon, if that's what you're thinking.
oh.
Are you disappointed to find out that I am from this century, Mary?
Yeah, a little bit.
Ugh.
We're the really old ones. Well, I know about Sippy. Have you met Sippy?
I have. It's not a very good thing to meet Sippy, but I have.
I mean,
He's pleasant.
Anyway.
He's pleasant. I'm not saying anything disparaging about
right.
Mr.
Yeah.
Scipio. I don't. But Mr. Scipio, uh, we would only discuss or encounter his presence if things had gone poorly, as they have.
I see. Is he some kind of like a failsafe? Is that why he's here in Seattle?
The old ones kind of are their own failsafe like that, I suppose. I don't think of him as a failsafe because if we have to use him, I have failed and have probably gone to meet my final death.
Oh. Okay. All right. Is there anything Michael needs to know before going off with Walter?
Just that we love and adore him, and she stoops down a little bit.
Oh my god.
She's a very tall woman. She gets her face right in Michael's. I hope to see you back every time you come back from school. Seattle is always your home.
There's a vampire school. Yeah, I mean, I know that, but like,
wherever it is that the Ventru frat boys go.
oh, is it like Venture exclusive? Let me see the type.
I suppose so. I don't really know. We have no use for school.
Okay.
Not in that sense.
Okay.
Most of us are created with just enough sense to survive, and a capable and cultured sire hopefully does the rest.
All right.
I don't know. I assume that the Ventru require that their childer should be able to recite their lineage 1,000 names back or something like that, and it takes time for them to learn. I don't know.
I mean, that's kind of weird, but you know, it's if that's what they enjoy and makes them feel comfortable, whatever.
That's been my attitude about it, and no one has corrected me. Whatever, indeed.
And how is Walter getting here?
Well, I assume that he is walking, and I think that's him now. Mary, you don't really hear anything. But after a pregnant pause, you can look down the hallway, and indeed, there is now a figure in the deep, dark intersection of those lines, walking down the hallway. And when he gets close enough, you can begin to hear his steps on the hardwood floor, and then all the way into the light of the gas lamps. And that's indeed Walter. His whole frame kind of like blocks out the darkness of the hallway behind him. Is that you, Catherine? Yes, Walter, you've made it. Come along, we have someone to introduce you to. And she pulls Michael forward, holding his hand. He strides up. At last! Glad to have you in hand, boy. Come here. Let me have a look at you. Michael walks forward, returning Walter's gaze. He, just like Catherine before him, kind of lowers down to Michael's level. And he looks into Michael's eyes. And he gazes there, stopping for a good long time. Barry, would you roll subterfuge and dominate for me?
What the fuck? Okay.
The time is now.
I'm gonna use willpower. Actually, I don't know if I want to succeed or fail this, because if I
don't know.
should I succeed or fail this?
I don't
Do I
know.
want this to work?
Whatever you want, man.
I'll use it. I'll use a willpower. Okay. 5 successes. I think that's the best I can do. Yeah, that's the best I can do.
The audacity if he rolls poorly for you and obliterates me when I gotta fight him.
Walter's eyes hold their gaze for a moment and then forever until he finally squints. He was embraced as an older gentleman, not elderly, but old enough that when he creases his eyes, massive webs of crow's feet form in the folds of his face. You've been through a lot, haven't you? Michael just returns his gaze stoically. Well, with any luck, that will be the end of this for the time being. He raises his gaze up and first looks at Jorgen, squinting again. And then you, Mary. I would seem you've made some friends, Michael. I suppose I have you two to thank for getting him here.
Well, we have like 2 other friends, so. Oh, and Martin. I don't know what he did, but I feel like we should thank him. He's running in the mountains right now.
He helped in some way.
I'm sure he did something.
Martin the Nosferatu. Always the first to take the blame and the last to get any credit. We miss you, Martin.
Oh.
Currently, he is a guest of the Camarilla and Perhaps Walter Jackson knows more than he lets on. Well, Catherine, I was told you had a pitch. Lead the way. And Catherine pivots gracefully on her feet and marches back down the T junction towards the elevator. All of you crowd in. It's a large and luxurious elevator, but Walter takes up space. Conspicuously, his hand rests on Michael's shoulder. And you all ride back up to the meeting room together. Would you three be a dear and give us a moment?
Okay.
Catherine and Walter walk into the balcony meeting room with the nice marble and the water basin, leaving the three of you in the foyer one last time. Inside, immediately you hear Catherine's sing-songy voice and Walter's rumble. Jorgen glances from you, Mary, to the door and back again.
Jorgen, I feel like you want to like listen in. I heard you have like good hearing or something.
Yeah, I could try. Could try.
Cool.
Don't snitch on me,
Um,
Michael.
I mean, they're practically talking through the walls. Like, what's the...
Jorgen marches up to the door, cocks his ear to it, and then kind of puts his hand on the wall, just at shoulder height to the right of the door, and kind of scrunches up his face with a little bit of focus. Yeah, she is upfront about it. She wants his vote. He's kind of an asshole. Yeah, he appears to have no sense of decency or self-preservation.
Oh, no self-preservation.
He is going to. He says he will see how it goes. I think that the best that we can hope for is to count on if he thinks that Catherine will gather the necessary votes, he will vote with him.
Well, that's a politically wise decision. I mean, on his part.
He says he won't let Michael get swept up in anything.
That's fantastic. Michael, are you okay?
Yeah. Are we are we leaving the same way he got here?
I actually don't know. I think I don't know. He probably has some way to get you out of here. Wait, did I don't know if we know about this. Did you, or if I'm misremembering, but did we were we told to like actually bring him to another location? Yeah. So I'll just say yeah, I'm sure he has a way, or maybe they've arranged some way to get out of here.
Okay. I'm just not. I'm not really keen on going down that hallway.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of scary, but like just imagine yourself like like you're in one of those GURPS books that Jorgen likes so much. Just imagine you're in that.
Uh, I mean, I love. I I read a lot, and I love a good fantasy book, but that didn't look like Narnia.
This guy.
Vampires they just have like a certain aesthetic. Okay, you'll get used to it. I mean, I know like it's a new environment and all, but yeah, like just try to like you'll be fine. Walter Jackson says he's gonna take care of you, so hopefully get you out of Seattle. You don't want to be in Seattle. At least not for the
Yeah.
next week.
Okay. Look, I can do anything if it's what we need to do to be safe.
Yeah. I mean, the FBI are hunting us down. There's a lot of stuff. You don't want to be caught in the crossfire.
And Jorgen just kind of like startles. Sit up, and he steps away from the door and the wall, just for the handle kind of engages and opens. And Walter hulks back into the room. Thank you for meeting with me, Catherine. I assure you I will think about it. But what you are suggesting is something that I should probably forget. I think it is better for everyone that I have some sort of capability to deny that this meeting ever took place. But anyways, thank you for bringing Michael back. We'll be leaving now. Catherine just kind of leans against the door frame as he walks away. Come along, Michael. Michael glances back at you one more time before following Walter out. Bye, Mary.
Bye. I'll wave goodbye. And yeah.
Walter, he looks back too.
I'll wave at
both of
Walter
you.
too.
Jorgen and Mary. It's kind of hard to tell what the emotion is on his face. He's got kind of resting asshole look right now. But the elevator doors close, and he and his progeny head back down to the entryway. And the darkness. And I think that is where we're going to take our 10-minute break. Go get yourself something to drink, and then come back to us. Like certainly Walter and Michael will. See you in 10 minutes. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us as we all board a train incorrectly.
Matter of
The
opinion.
best way.
Yes, first off, best way to be part of just any moving vehicle when you're a vampire.
You know,
Iris,
yeah.
you feel Tears' grip haul you on top of this. It's not even it's never in doubt. She may as well have been a forklift. You are raised up vertically, and you step horizontally on top of the train just as the night air hits you. And that voice, it continues to bark. Get down from there.
Check out this guy. Look at this guy.
I will happily just sit on the train.
Across the
Near
way,
you.
indignantly from that rooftop bar, there are two men in suits waving at you both angrily. I'm sure that you two upstanding citizens are going to comply at the soonest
We get
available
off of the
opportunity.
train, we wait for them.
Yeah, we're gonna sit down and wave at them on the
Yeah.
train.
This is fun.
Apartment windows from in the deep city whoosh past both of you. Iris and Tyr, car doors slam. Black sedans fill the street. There must be 5 or 6 of them following the monorail. Just as you intended.
We're gonna die.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Should we make a plan while we have a moment?
Probably.
Okay. I have no doubt you can get away. I feel like
Yeah.
the plan is just go.
Unless there's somewhere we can try to get off as it's moving.
Ooh.
It sounds
keep an eye
like
out
a
for
really
something
bad
fun.
like, because if we get off and they don't see where we get off at, then they just follow the train forever.
That's true. But would it distract them long enough? Now I'm working for a boon here. Now I'm getting paid actually for my business.
True. I might have an idea for that later, but first the plan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I had no ideas.
Yeah. A lot happened when I was talking with Catherine, but
Oh, I got
Yeah.
unexcited instantly. That changed real fast. Okay.
I can
So-
always try to run and distract them more, so
Yeah.
you can more easily get away.
How do we distract them longer though? Like she said to like jump in a car. We don't know how to hotwire a car.
We don't.
We didn't think about that. We could hijack a car, but that makes us sound like assholes.
It does. Oh, gosh.
I can also throw a car.
That would be
things I'm capable of doing.
distracting.
I could throw a car in the road behind them
So they can't go back.
and maybe in front of the 2 cars.
So they can't get out. They can't drive after us
They can't
anymore.
drive in directions.
Okay.
It's an option. I'm just throwing out options. I'm spitballing here.
The wind is just whooshing past you guys. You guys have to yell to have this conversation.
But I
On top of
throw
the
2
train.
cars.
And after just maybe 15 more seconds of this, both of you hear, "What are you guys doing?" And Lydia has poked her head out of a window. She's managed to get it open. She's kind of like, I don't know, 4 to 5 inches of hair that are just being buffeted by the wind as she like looks up at the 2 of you on the side.
We're making a plan.
We're figuring
Like-
it out, Lydia.
We're Mary's friends, and she's like, "Oh, okay, that explains it."
That
She
explains
pops back.
all of it.
Explains.
Yeah, I have no good plans besides just like booking it and like being partially seen so that they continue to pursue.
They said that this gets off in a busier area, right?
You know, like a park, right? It gets off in,
Yeah.
around a park.
This time of night, it's probably not going to be very busy.
But there's like somewhere we can run into that's not road called a
Yeah.
park.
There are many buildings nearby and within Seattle Center. There is the Science and Technology Museum. McCall Hall is nearby, which is the famous ballet hall. The Seattle Rep is attached as well. The theater.
I mean, we could do just a ring around the rosy type deal. I can hide pretty well now, which would rather throw cars about the place, but you know, I'll do it.
Maybe we could like make it look like we broke into a place so they spend forever searching it.
Ooh, like we break a window, but we go somewhere else.
Right.
Okay. So a close building somewhere around this park area.
I think it would work. It would distract them enough.
Honestly, I could do that thing where I'm easy to carry and I could go at your speed. Just like you're wearing a little
Okay.
cape.
We did do that to climb a building. I think we can do that.
We did this before. It was nice. It was
And you don't have
very
the guns.
intimate, and I tried not to comment on it. It was a lot. Anyway, it is an option.
I think it's a good one.
Okay. Neat. And if they shoot you, it'll hit me because I'm behind you.
I don't like that part,
Ooh,
but
that's good.
I could take a couple bullets.
You're both like a symbiotic organism now.
you're
Mary's
not
like, I
flesh
could combine
crafting us
them.
together.
I mean, you're already.
No.
Okay, so we run together. We
Mhm.
try to break a window, make it look like we entered a building, go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's the best plan.
Yeah, listen, these guys are dicks, but I'm not here to kill everybody, you know?
We've been a part of a lot of bad stuff. So I think if we
can
could
avoid
just,
that
yeah, one time.
once. I like 48 hours. I just want 48 hours, you know? Yeah. Okay. Go
So
team.
we should tell Lydia. This is the
Hey,
plan. We're
Lydia.
leaving her.
We'll give her the plan.
You lean your head out, and Lydia does as well. You kind of shout the plan at her, and her eyes just kind of like glaze over in confusion at several points. And eventually she just kind of stoically nods.
She gets it. She gets the plan.
and pokes her head back in. The monorail at this point, you can see the edge of the canyon of the city at this point, where the monorail leaves the street where there are kind of buildings on both sides and enters the park space of Seattle Center. This will be your last moment to debark from the train in the city area, or you can wait to do it in the park.
In the park? I think the park.
Are the cars like following, or have they gotten ahead?
They immediately got ahead of you almost.
Well, maybe we should jump off before we get to the thing, just like a little bit before.
Okay.
It is.
They're just gonna be waiting down there.
It was
Yeah,
always
I'm
always
setting up.
certain where this monorail's destination was.
Yeah.
So while the vast majority of them stayed ahead, several, we'll say two, whooshed towards the end terminal in Seattle Center.
Okay. I think if we get off on that platform, I'm going to end up killing somebody.
We should get off earlier.
A little bit earlier. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my arms around Iris's neck.
Okay.
And activate Weight of the Feather.
Great.
And that is free, is it not?
Yeah, it's free if I have time to just consider doing it instead of a car accident where I only ever used it. So it's free and casual if I get to consider it beforehand.
All right, Iris.
Right. Time to get off this train.
Are you doing a simple tuck and roll into the grass at 40 miles an hour, or are you summoning the power of your blood to do something different?
Oh gosh. It's the only ones I have. are
Also, I could jump off now if you feel safe running. I don't know. I could just flutter in the wind. I could jump off at 40 miles an hour, no problem.
Yeah. I mean, I have traversal or cat's grace. I don't know if fleetness really works in this because it's like reacting to people trying to hurt me.
Traversal is probably what you want at this point.
Oh gosh, man, we're about to get hungry, guys. We're gonna do it. We're gonna use
Don't bite me. I mean, I won't complain, but don't.
I'd
won't
only
be
be
mad
up
at
to
you, but-
3 hunger. All right, we're gonna use traversal.
Hell yeah.
Oh no, I'm still only at 2. We're good. We're good.
Okay.
All right.
Now, if you just were like one fused being,
You're right. We would just all be weight of the feathering right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. You know, if you consumed me fully, imagine you could have weight of the feather.
Right.
Just a thought. All right.
Just be like a couple of flying squirrels arcing off the side of this.
That's
Yeah,
great.
I just need a sheet so that I can just maneuver through the sky.
All right, let me add like some kind of paraglider to our shopping
actually,
list.
that's true. That's true. Like, if I
Paraglider. There she goes.
No wheat, no weight, and all the wind resistance. Like
Mhm.
She's gone.
you can fly, ooh, we could give you wings.
Things to consider. Flying. Just a thought. All right, you got this.
Iris grabs a hold of your legs that are wrapped around her waist. She hunches down and begins to run on the top of this monorail. She picks up speed quickly and steps in a 45-degree off the corner and onto the side of the train. Her momentum carrying her forward. Iris,
Mhm.
why don't you make me just a straight up dexterity athletics check?
Believe in you.
Oh, I will use willpower if this is not good.
Oh, good, good, good.
Yep, we're gonna use willpower for that. Mhm.
Okay.
You
Your
don't want
dice
to
are
know what that
cursed.
was.
Your
They're
dice are
really
cursed.
bad today. I am about to blow through all of my willpower on this. Oh no. Okay. I don't think one's good.
Oh my god.
So
Wow.
we're gonna go with one. We're up to 3 willpower gone. I'm not murdering us getting off of the train. We're at a solid 2, and I'm gonna stop.
So, Tyr, from your perspective,
Uh-huh.
Iris, she shot like a bullet and just picked up speed, and she was on a moving monorail. And, here, far below the speed of light, those two velocities really just kind of add together.
Mm-hmm.
So she is moving incredibly quickly. And there's a problem coming up that you see right away.
Uh-huh.
As she's moving down the side of the monorail, she is going to hit the stationary concrete platform track that it rests on. And there will be a differential in the two speeds of the monorail and the platform and the incredible speed that Iris has mustered.
I see.
Hmm.
Huh. I have time to do something about that? Or am I just watching this in real time and I'm about to just watch this happen?
Ring wreck.
You have only a moment to do something. So the answer, of course, is yes.
Uh-huh.
I'm excited to hear what this thing is that you're going to do.
Yeah, me
Oh,
too.
no.
Okay, so we're just about to slam into some concrete going way too fast, right? That's
So you are parallel to this concrete thanks to the power of Iris's blood, right? She is aiming to be running alongside it,
uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
The problem here is that she has to change speeds very quickly.
Hmm. Interesting, interesting, interesting. How high up are we?
About 20 feet.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
A problem for mortals, maybe not for Tyr.
No, Tyr's fine. This looks like it's gonna hurt.
I'm not gonna be in good shape.
I want to just like pull to the front, drop weight of the feather, and activate prowess again if I need to reactivate it.
Seems like the time when you would need to reactivate.
That's
prowess.
fine. And also and scrolling and toughness. So I'm going to just pull to the front and just kind of prepare myself to like the goal is to like leapfrog it, like I land in the wrong spot and then push us over. Instead of us just slamming into it, and I take the brunt of the damage if possible from the fall.
So I will say this much about like our common understanding of what was going on here. I'm going to say that this is you choosing for this whole exercise to just end abruptly, and Tyr will be taking the brunt of that like a deployed airbag.
Yeah. This Tyr just is like, it was a good plan. It's a good plan. I don't think it's a good plan anymore. So just subverting the first half. Just gonna take the brunt of this.
Iris, you are running along. Things are going great. You make it to the concrete platform. You step your foot down onto it, and immediately you're like, oh shit. You have this one moment of the feeling of the concrete and its incredible stationariness next to the combined speed of yourself and the monorail. And the full weight of Tyr returns to your shoulders. There is absolutely. You may make a strength athletics roll. I don't see it happening, but you're always allowed to try.
It wouldn't work.
I believe in you. If not, we'll be fine.
I have a whole 3 dice with that. Sure, why not? Let's
All
see
10s.
what happens.
All 10.
If it's all 10s, that'd be great. The only thing I'm worried about is I have 1 willpower left, and
Ooh, don't use it.
but if I roll bad,
Be still failure.
I got you. I'm not gonna fail.
So you're saying don't roll?
I'm saying you could roll. I wouldn't use willpower unless you're really, really concerned about it.
Okay.
But I'm here to be the airbag in this situation.
It's all right. I got 0 successes.
Okay, cool. It's your time.
The full weight of Tyr returns to your shoulders, Iris, and you immediately begin to obey the laws of gravity and cant towards the ground, moving at maybe 60 miles an hour towards the surface of the grassy park. Tyr, so you have activated toughness.
Uh-huh.
You made a rouse check for that already?
I haven't done any of my rouse checks like a fool.
Okay.
One moment. I need checks for both of these things, and I'm just sitting here not doing that. I get hungrier by 1. So I'm at 2.
Right. We can go get snacks on the walk home.
Yeah, on the way home.
You're actually running from the snacks.
Oh, we could be running the correct way.
We just grab an FBI agent.
Falling through the air. Have you considered we could just go that way?
Just eat
You
them.
considered we could just like get caught?
Oh no, they caught us.
They're like heavily armed snacks, though, right?
And then we get more guns out of it, is the thing.
True.
It's like cereal with a prize at the bottom, you know? I'm just putting it out there.
Oh,
If you
that's tweetable right there.
you could probably convince her with that. The intelligence is so
It makes
low.
sense. I'm just saying it makes sense. Oh, this is gonna fucking hurt.
So prowess and toughness have been activated.
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna be aggravated damage territory, so I'm just gonna accept it.
You did activate toughness though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I did both. Yes.
Okay. The two of you hit the grass in a heap and skid. Tyr, you land directly on your shoulder. On your money making shoulder.
Oh, I felt bad.
So let's do some random.
Listen, old righty deserves to do some fighting.
It's its turn to shine.
It's your turn, buddy. I lift weights with him too.
Is your fortitude? It's at 3 dots, right?
My fortitude is at 3 dots, yes.
Okay. Just take one.
I'm the strongest bitch in town.
Iris, you are going to take 2 superficial damage.
Okay.
You know,
We are getting hungrier and hungrier.
injured.
I'm fine.
I guess Mary will have to do some chores to get us some food.
Yeah, I need you to pick up some slack at your family.
After the initial crunch, the 2 of you just hit, skid, and roll. Thud, 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 thud. Tires screech behind you as they hit the edge of the pavement for the park.
I have overreacted.
The 2 of you climb to your feet just as you hear car doors opening. There's maybe half a football field between you and
Time to go.
Weight of the feather again.
Yep,
as
back on.
I stand up. Okay. A little disorientating being light and then heavy and falling and just climb back on.
Yeah.
My shoulder dislocated.
so
Feel
You
good.
can't tell.
you can do this, Iris.
Mhm.
Traversal does not make you faster.
No, but I'm still faster than Tier on a regular day.
Okay, all right.
No.
So go ahead and give me dexterity athletics then.
Unless I roll really bad again. I put the dice that were being bad away, but
Here's hoping. Fingers crossed.
we'll see what happens.
Oh no, I have to fight the FBI. Oh no.
I hope you don't have to fight the FBI. Okay. God, only 2. Only 2 successes.
You got powers for stuff like this?
I don't have blank, so I don't.
In front of you, you can see the center of the Seattle Center Park, which is this massive bowl shape that is crisscrossed with sidewalks, and at the very center of there is this I suppose science teaching fixture. It is a massive concave plastic surface that during the day children will take quarters and launch them down the side of it and watch them spiral down to the center. Iris, you charge down straight across the middle of this park, skirting the edge of that fixture as you get there. To your left at the top, you can see a promenade and a dancing water fountain turned off for the night.
Are these like metaphors for all of us? Like
It's
Us, but in a park as structured.
In front of you, though, you can see 2 large buildings loom. One on the right, you would recognize because having experienced a little bit of money in the Seattle region, that is McCall Hall. Anybody who's anybody goes to see shows there. The Northwest Pacific Ballet is one of the best local tickets in town. And you were charging up the other side of this bowl about the time when several agents' silhouettes pop up the other side, giving chase and gaining on both of you.
They're so fast. They're so fast.
I don't know why.
These guys are fucking fast.
Stop!
You can't stop.
Why are they so fast?
And after he says stop, immediately you hear this click, bang, foom. And you can feel it, even though it's 20 feet above your head, the heat and pin prickly sensation of a flare shooting, arcing over top of you.
Oh, look at him go. We're in danger.
It doesn't
Are.
arc up into the sky, but lands maybe 30 feet in front of you. And it is white hot and blazing.
Ooh, go around that shit.
We'll go around it.
Wide, big arc.
Iris, I need you to pick up your unspent willpower and roll.
Oh my gosh, why would you do this to us?
Why?
Oh my
Waiting
gosh.
for this. He's been waiting.
Hmm.
Get us a 1.
Hey, no, I got a 6, okay? It's a 6. That's a success.
Tyr, as soon as that thing lands in front of both of you, you can feel Iris's shoulders just lock up. She plants her feet in front of her and just comes to a complete stop.
Reversing the plan. Reversing the plan.
The agents are still charging up behind you. They will be present after the next action that Tyr takes.
All right, time to. So during that time of Weight of the Feather, does Prowess just casually stick around?
You have roused the blood sufficiently recently
Okay, cool.
as part of this
Okay.
scene, so it is still around.
Neat.
Although while Weight of the Feather is active, you obviously don't really have
Yeah,
the effects
yeah.
of Prowess.
I will drop Weight of the Feather. And just seeing if there's anything else of use here. Probably not. Nah, whole cans is all I ever need. And reverse. And just I'm gonna pick Iris up and I'm going to the closest building. Just the closest anything. I am not as fast, and I am going to rouse the blood to give me an extra point in dexterity to be faster.
Let's see how
that
good
seems-
you are at running away from the snacks after you arouse this blood.
Listen, they're being dicks about it. I succeed. Okay, so I have 3 dexterity now,
Okay.
and I'm gonna hustle.
The same thing that affects Iris affects you as well. You must run through the burning gaze of this magnesium flare.
Yeah, okay.
Well, you can go skirt around it, obviously.
But
There's
that'll-
almost... It will be very difficult to beat the FBI in a foot race if you add that on, though.
Well, then let me pick up 6 dice then.
Yeah.
All right.
Let
like you
me
have-
try to run as close as I can.
It's like you have willpower or
Without
something.
you know, I need to get away. Okay. 4. I don't know if it's enough to beat a flare or not, but 4.
Tyr
It's a lot
charges
better than
on
one.
past that flare
Hell yeah.
like it's not
not
there
even
on the
there.
ground trying to kill her.
Nobody's gonna kill me.
Tyr, the external wall of McCall Hall is a glass first promenade and then kind of lined glass wall.
Interesting.
Uh,
Love to hear
you
it.
could there is a massive lobby area that kind of like rings the seating and performance theater. And as you get closer, you can kind of see inside. It's dimly lit, even at night. Let's go ahead and see. Let's roll the foot race. Dexterity and athletics for me again.
Okay.
And
Once
see.
again, 6 dice return to the hand. Like, yeah, the messy criticals are nice and everything, but like I don't want them all the time. And I'm gonna use a willpower to be even better. I want these guys to eat my dust.
So when you're using willpower here,
Uh-huh.
it's a messy critical, so you're re-rolling a critical dice that is black, right?
I am not touching the criticals.
So it will still be a messy critical regardless.
Yes,
of
it'll
what
still
happens.
be that.
Okay,
I was just
cool.
bitching about it, but I'm gonna make it even better.
Oh, okay, cool. Cool.
Yeah, no, I'd like to keep it. I'm just he needs to calm down, you know?
Mhm.
Okay. Making a beeline for that window. Messy critical 7.
Mm.
Man, you look behind you and you think to yourself, oh shit. That is a bunch of dudes in their late 20s that are all in shape. And they are booking it super fast.
I wasn't a treadmill person.
Apparently you were a treadmill person enough because you make it to the McCall Hall a good 30 yards in front of them, maintaining and then beating by a little bit your previous gap.
They brought out the youths to get us.
Well, they're all new hires.
These are the new guys because they're like, the old guys just aren't cutting it anymore.
The old guys are all dead.
Yeah. I'm gonna go through that window.
I had presumed as much.
Yeah. I'm gonna kind of try to shoulder it and just cocoon around Iris again, who's coming with me. But
Yep.
So I had
a
kind
lot
of
for the
assumed that
rest.
Iris was slung over your shoulder.
yeah, and I just
That
want to
works.
angle myself to kind
So
of.
you're giving the other shoulder to it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna injure both shoulders. I don't
Right.
need
It's
these
good.
arms.
Perfect.
Who needs undislocated shoulders?
Tyr, you connect with the glass, and it immediately cracks and shatters. You barely feel the impact. Iris, from your perspective, you look up and this massive crack goes all the way up the side of McCall Hall,
Nice.
breaking this massive sheet of glass off,
I love it.
Oh no!
which slams down behind you like a guillotine, just as the last little bits of purple hair go through Tyr's new entry into McCall Hall. Her new VIP door.
Are there stairs? Is the whole floor glass? What's up?
Is there a
Tyr,
back
you are
exit
you are in a U-shaped lobby
Okay.
that rings the theater.
Oh, okay. I know what a theater looks like. Okay. I caught on. Okay.
If you continue running away from the FBI, you will reach the front lobby, which lets out onto Mercer Street.
I would like to, on my way to the goal is to leave this building. I just want to kick a door off its hinges and then keep running past it. So, like, if there's
Okay.
a door I run past, just kick it wide open, but keep going to get out of the building.
Go ahead and give me I'm going to combine two weird things.
Yeah, give me some weird stuff.
Give me strength and larceny.
I don't even know where that is on the board. I don't think I've used it yet.
Below firearms.
Ooh. So just strength, you say? Can do. Yeah, I'm making a scene here. You think it's worth re-rolling one dice? Because the other ones are red and I can't touch them. So
Ooh.
I will say I have one success currently. You think it's worth it?
We can cause more chaos somewhere else.
That's true. Plenty of time
Yeah.
for chaos, one success. Plenty of time.
Plenty of time for chaos. Tears charging down this hallway, and there are several doors that lead into the theater itself, down into the seating, and then eventually an orchestra pit. Tear goes to town on every single one of them motherfuckers.
Hell yeah.
Just running and kicking as she goes. Depending on, how clever an FBI agent is,
I bet they're real stupid.
it will either appear as if 5 or 6 people who were confused broke in, or someone was trying to distract them.
Almost makes more sense to run into the theater now, right?
Right?
It seems like I've made that less.
We get up on the catwalk and hide.
I don't know what that is.
That's
Peter's
the
never
stuff
been
that's
in
like
a theater.
it's like the stuff up above the stage. That's like metal
This
grating.
is the time to decide forward or sideways.
Tyr and Iris, you're in the front foyer. You can turn back into the theater or out onto Mercer Street. But right now you hear the crunch of glass as people are entering through the hall.
No, let's go outside.
Okay,
Let's
okay.
keep
We
going.
keep running. If only Tyr knew what a catwalk was.
Right.
She doesn't know there's railing systems. She doesn't know about that.
It'd be too hard to guide her up there.
Yeah, look
Without
for the
them hearing
spiral
us.
staircase. I don't know where it is.
You set Iris down on. Well, you don't have to set Iris down. You pop out onto Mercer Street. There are cars parked along the side of the street here. 1 or 2 of them have the light on. This is one of the more popular places for Uber and Lyft to hang out.
We're gonna
you
get a
can
car.
hear the.
Get in a car, I think.
Yeah. We have money.
Yeah.
There's a guy willing to drive.
Back down the street, up the way is also Lydia's office, just for reference on where you are.
Okay. I hope Lydia made it home okay. She didn't do anything wrong, and they already know her.
No, I think we should just get one of these cars that have the lights on.
Yeah, if there's like a person like who's ready to drive,
We're getting in.
they should fucking drive. Yeah, we'll go to the car.
The 2 of you book it over to a Toyota that has the Lyft sign blazing in the dashboard, and a sleepy-looking young driver sitting in the front seat. You don't bother with the niceties. You just jump in the back.
Jump in. Shake his shoulder. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Chop, chop. Start driving.
What? Jesus Christ! You got to use the app.
You'll
What's
get
wrong with
paid
you?
more than the app.
Yeah. Consider
Just
this off the books.
Look,
How
I
much do
don't
you make in
really
a
like-
night? We'll pay you that.
Iris, go ahead and make me a charisma etiquette roll.
You're trying to pull 20s out of her pocket, just like, give me a second.
I have enough money, I'm sure.
We have money.
My first good roll.
Hey.
That's what? A messy crit, so plus 2 more, so 6.
Oh, we're doing it.
We're driving.
Look, I don't do anything below the table. And he turns back to look at you and locks eyes with Iris. And she's the most beautiful thing he's seen in his life. Look, I can take you where you need to go. You just think about using the app next
I would have.
time.
My phone died.
Where do you live? What can I take you? Where are you going?
I'll give him my like old like an address somewhat near where we're supposed to go.
Yeah. We
near
could go
Catherine's.
to King Cross. We could go to King
Yeah,
Cross.
go there. Because that's like a 10-minute walk, 15?
Yeah, it's
Probably
walk.
20 now.
20? That's fine.
Yeah, that's doable.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's kind of a rough place this time of night. But he pulls out immediately. FBI agents pop out on the other side of the street at this moment, and they see this car pulling out, and they immediately key on it, like not idiots.
Oh, these guys are fucking smart.
The badge and the gun are already out, and the lead guy with a buzz cut of dark black hair. Stop! And he steps out into the street in front of this guy.
Just go around him. They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, keep driving.
Iris, it is painfully obvious that this person is about to freeze up. And there is no way that any normal human is going to not ignore a badge and a gun in their face in this juncture.
Does awe help to make that not a thing?
Oh, okay. If you're gonna use the power of blood,
I will 100%
You're gonna
awe
be
this
hot about
human. I'll use it. It's been a while since I've had a chance to.
and awe is free, I believe, right?
It is one of the few things I don't have to roll for.
Just as he's freezing up, he looks back at you one last time and decides that life's still worth living. And there's a little bit of mystery left in the night.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to kill this guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to kill his Uber driver. I'm gonna kill this fucking guy. The audacity. No.
And he spins the wheel and busts a U-turn away from Lydia's office and back east on Mercer, spinning away from this FBI agent who continues to shout at the back of the vehicle and does indeed fire at it.
This guy.
Violent.
These young men. Very violent.
There's 20-year-olds, man.
Really. They need some decorum. Like us.
Right, we only broke a window.
I suppose this is contested, so.
I'm sure this guy knows how to drive. At least it's us not driving. If it was us, we'd flip
Exactly.
instantly.
We flip the car, we run again.
We flip, we leave. It's just how it works.
Well, then you can throw the car if it's already been totaled.
Yeah.
Sucks to be Uber guy. Oh no.
You could like peel him out first before throwing the
Yeah, I'll
car.
see if
Right.
he's dead.
Oh, but
or
he
not.
loses
If he's
his
alive and I
car.
throw him, I'm not gonna feel good about it.
You throw him while he's in the car.
I was gonna do it with Jorgen, but Jorgen got out of the car before I did it.
The shots ring out, and the two of you can just feel it in the frame of the vehicle, where it's punctured by 9mm rounds that pop, 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 hit the back bumper, slicing left to right across the vehicle. The tires squeal, and he's got his foot on the gas as you guys shoot forward. One of those rounds, Iris, you're sure, because you're sitting on the right-hand side, you felt it go through right above the wheel well,
Ooh.
narrowly missing the tire.
We'll just add a couple more, 20s to the pile.
Yeah, just for making a pile of 20s. Yep.
Gotta add the car damages.
Yeah, this dude now has a damage. Hopefully he like rents it and it's not a thing,
He peels out up Mercer Street. There are several red lights in session that he runs straight through.
This guy.
I like this guy.
This guy.
Before making a right-hand turn up onto I-5 and entering the highway.
My shoulder okay?
Does it look
okay to
dislocated?
you?
I don't have much experience with healthcare. But
Usually I fall pretty good, but I'm usually not like, holding the person.
What the fuck? Who are you people? Are you guys? Were you guys like spies or something? Why is why are the cops shooting at you?
we can't tell you if we're spies.
First rule of being a spy. Shit. Guy messed it up again.
Iris, I'm not even gonna make you roll. You can already feel it. This pursuit has been going on for a couple minutes now of the monorail and running, and you can feel the beating of a helicopter that law enforcement would obviously summon in any kind of
Great.
Mary's about to get a boon.
Have fun, Mary.
What are you looking at?
There's a helicopter up there.
Oh, well, is it like close? Because if we like pull over and he keeps going and there's like, there are trees around here? Is it like highway with trees?
So it's downtown Seattle, so no, not really.
Sorry,
I can think of one such a tree. So you are in quite a bit of luck because in a massive overpass over downtown Seattle, I-5 goes into a tunnel headed southbound, and on top of the helicopter, you can also see the yellow streetlights that illuminate the interior of that tunnel.
Okay.
It's right in the heart of downtown Seattle. It probably lets out a few blocks east of the Metropolitan Grill, but it's not It's not easy to get from the tunnel to street level. It's like its own thing because it dips down.
That's fine. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. So
I think we should get out in this tunnel, and you can keep going to where we told you to. Like, we'll still give you all the money, but
Yeah,
we're gonna get out in this tunnel.
so what if he drops us off near the edge of the tunnel,
Yeah.
keeps going, and then we sneak our way out? Maybe. I don't know how else to get out of a tunnel. There's
It's
there's
okay. It's pretty long. If you were on foot and you had to run the length of the tunnel, I imagine it's probably at least a good 3/4 of a mile to a mile tunnel.
Okay, so like near the end of the tunnel.
Yeah. We would jump out, give this guy a bunch of money, and tell him to just keep flooring it. Or like the Russians will get him. I don't know. I don't know how being a spy works. It's always Russians in the movies.
Yeah.
So you want me to get off and go back to King's Cross Station? You want to go back into Seattle?
Oh, I mean, he could just keep driving.
Yeah, you can
You
drive.
go wherever you want.
You go wherever you want to go. We're just gonna get out at the end of this tunnel, like before you get outside.
What? All right. You don't want my help anymore?
This is actually helping us more than you driving us anywhere. You can have all of this money.
Okay. And he hits the brakes. You guys flew into this tunnel. The lights were whooshing past you as this conversation ensued. He hits the brakes 3/4 of the way through and closes his eyes. Hands on the steering wheel, 10 and 2. He's just up there in the front seat, breathing and sweating, heart beating out of his chest.
Well, enjoy your motivation and just
Yeah.
put all
Here's
the
your
friends
money.
in the passenger seat.
So am I to understand this is like the money, the pocket change you guys had left?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rest of Billy's money and whatever Iris has.
Okay. All right.
We'll get more cash.
Yeah. We'll go get more later. We'll stop by an ATM as we're
As you're fleeing the FBI.
we stop and we're like, 1 second.
One second. Let me register my location and put a camera in my face for.
We need help.
Like, you already know where we are. I'm just gonna use ATM. So
You know where I am.
Now give me my money.
All right.
The two of you bolt out of the car, and you are immediately greeted with a little walkway that's on the side of the tunnel. And your options are to run to an end of the tunnel, take an on-ramp down into Seattle downtown proper, or back out the way you came.
We should go forward, you think? If they're
Yeah.
pursuing,
We have to go
somebody's gonna
forward.
that tunnel. Okay. All right. This guy will whiz ahead of us, so
Mm-hmm.
he'll beat us out.
The Toyota speeds away on I-5 South. Portland or bust. And Iris and Tier walk towards downtown Seattle like hobos.
We look great. I don't know what you're talking about.
First off, like, is my shoulder in the right place though? Like, I can't get a good view of it. Like, does it
Oh.
look okay?
I don't know. Does it look like it's okay?
Is this okay? Feels bad. Doesn't feel good. Like, I felt worse. I've been shot in the face recently. So, but like, doesn't feel good.
I'll see what I can. I don't know.
Just if you could just like take a glance at it.
And I think that's where we're going to leave Iris and Tier. Mostly having escaped their pursuers.
maybe.
With the help of a little sacrificial lamb.
Until we use the ATM card.
Yeah. We get away and instantly use an ATM card. We're like, perfect. Nailed it.
And we return to Mary, Catherine, and Jorgen.
Something's still gonna happen. Can we go back to Iris and Deer?
You're just chilling.
Well, okay. I guess, Catherine, as soon as Walter leaves, she turns back to the two of you. It should be fine. I know that you guys heard everything. I don't want you to worry. He'll put 2 and 2 together. We're going to have enough votes. With the 4 of us together as a block, the Brujah can always be counted on to stick a finger in the prince's eye. And, well, Jesse and Ursula, their votes are going to be their votes, and we can't do anything about that. We should edge them
Ursula.
out.
Were you told about Ursula?
Walter was kind enough to let me know.
How can she vote?
If she doesn't vote, well, that certainly works in our favor, although that casts even more suspicion on the process. Primogen not showing up to vote, and our guest from New York will not take that very well. Who's to say what their judgment is on the matter?
Do we need to convince any more of the other Primogens? How many more do we need?
Well, there's the 4 of us, Walter, and Jesse, and Ursula. Walter, Jesse, and Ursula, plus the prince, votes as the Malkavian. As long as we can be sure that Walter's in the driver's seat or that Ursula isn't going to show up, we have a chance. The Anarchs put us 1 vote up.
If I think the easiest choice would be to kind of shore up Walter's influence with the other clans, I guess, rather than keep Ursula away, because that's kind of suspicious.
You think Walter can talk to Ursula, bring her around?
I don't know. I mean, they're kind of rivals at the moment.
I'm worried they might be rivals that think that they have something in common to unite against.
Do you think? I don't know what Ursula's motivations are, honestly. Like, I've only heard her grunt. That's the extent of the communication we've had.
That is Ursula's signature communication. Although it is It is a misrepresentation of her. She is a thoughtful beast. People that think of her otherwise, well, they're fools.
And we also kind of beat her up. So, but it's nothing. It's not that serious.
So we win 5-4. But if the Anarchs flip, well, yeah, that's really what it's all about. We have to make sure they don't.
You mean the Bruja?
Indeed.
Okay.
We buttered them up a little.
Well, we can go talk to them a bit. See what they need. We've already done something for them. We've given them their kids back. They seem like generally cool with it.
They've never really belonged. They're a little bit bitter. I don't know if that will cause them to hate the prince and love me, or just hate all of us.
Okay. Well, we can find that out. We can see what they want and what they think and things like that. If we try to talk to Ursula, won't she just like clobber us, or I don't know?
If someone talks to Ursula, it should be me.
What is it should be who? Walter.
It should be myself, Catherine.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll leave that up to you then. Like, you and Walter can decide if
Mhm.
you want to unstake her and talk to her or whatever. Or however he's paralyzed her.
I think he will make peace. He seems he puts a priority on getting the Camarilla back to working order. And that means Ursula back to being a sheriff, hopefully as calmly as she can be.
Okay. Well,
She was thought of as good at her job before all this nastiness broke out.
I mean, I think she kind of is. There's just things about her I don't really understand that much. Like, why did she release her Grovers into the mountain? That's kind of strange. But I'm sure she has a good reason for it. I mean, it was to probably find the children, but it seemed pretty a little, I don't know.
I think perhaps we are not retracing the steps in this decision-making tree far enough. The Grover measure as a whole is a dangerous one.
Has it been going on for a while?
Since the purge a few months ago.
They were just, they were feeding the Grovers to Sippy. Well, what's Sippy gonna eat now, though? What's Sippy gonna sip on?
Camel sippy sip.
I don't know.
You could
But-
just stay asleep, right? Anyway, like hibernate and just not eat for a long time.
We will be awake as long as the Inquisition is chasing people around Seattle.
Sound of helicopters.
And if there are no Grovers to be had, it may not be a good idea to be wandering the streets of downtown Seattle.
Okay. Well, we can check on the Bruja tomorrow night, or what time is it?
It is growing fairly late at this point. It's 2:30,
Yeah.
rapidly rolling into 2:45 and 3 a.m.
We already kind of know the people there a bit. Well, we've been to the casino, so it shouldn't be too hard to talk to them again.
Thank you, Mary. I will think on what to do about Catherine, or about Walter and Ursula.
Me personally.
About myself.
How am I going to deal with this?
When was the last time you talked to your mother, Bianca?
I don't remember. Was it like? Actually, I don't know.
Before
It
we
was-
got here.
Yeah,
Last-
last evening.
Yeah. A couple hours ago. Was that right?
Probably.
Or was it
I
last
think
night?
It was this night because it's
Yeah.
still the meeting night. So
Right.
a few hours
It's
ago.
yeah, earlier this evening.
We've talked
was
about
that just-
Ursula and the Bruja. And the truth is that those are simple, honorable creatures. I am more worried about going into Elysium with an unstable position and someone like Miss Norwood on the prowl. We've all worked together since the beginning, but if she feels weakness, her plans may change.
I'll look into it for you. But I think well, we'll see.
That's a big deal, Mary. It's hard to keep secrets from your sire.
Is it though?
If she knows the right questions to ask.
Well, I guess I'll keep an ear out, but I guess we just don't get weak then.
That sounds like a plan. Don't be weak. And I think that's where we're going to end it tonight. I'm excited for the last leg of the Odyssey of Tyr and Iris next Saturday night.
Except we won't be here next Saturday night.
I mean,
because
next.
Indeed. Thank you for reminding me.
I just pulled up a calendar because I could not remember.
Thank you.
No
Next
problem.
Saturday night, crash lands into Christmas, and I'm afraid we will not be joining you on Christmas Day. We will, however, be present on New Year's Day for your regularly scheduled programming, and like I said, the last leg of the Tyr and Iris odyssey through the night. Love has been lost, but we may still find our way home. And so that is the next time you will see In the Last Remaining Light here on the Dice Cult channel. And we have several other shows continuing throughout the week, even in this upcoming holiday week, I believe. Jillian, why don't you tell us what's going on with On the Backs of Gods?
Yeah,
On
the
Monday
20th
night.
is probably fine. Hi, everybody. On Mondays, we have a D&D 5e Norse mythology-inspired adventure on the Backs of Gods, which goes live at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The party is currently on their way, following their destiny, following a prophecy that they received. Some of the party may be questioning the motives of their gods and goddesses, but currently stand at the entrance of a city with monster heads on spikes. You know, all the good cities have heads on pyres and whatnot.
Looks like a Law and Order kind of city.
Yeah, listen, hey, we keep it locked tight here. So if you're interested in joining us, we go live on Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And on Tuesday nights is Legends of Theia, and as far as I know, that is coming up this week as well. That is D&D 5e at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And it is a grand time of dungeon delving. I believe they're pretty high level at this point, so there are many buttons on the control board for them to push, and I'm sure all of them will be pushed on Tuesday night. And we have the down week for our Wednesday night show over on the dicecult.com YouTube or Dice Cult YouTube channel that is cordially invited. They will be out this week, but back the next to resume Cordially Invited, kind of a wedding themed DMD show with as much violence as the D&D 5e mechanics can pack into that. And all of this goes up onto the YouTube channel for your binge watching pleasure. You can catch up on all of it there over at the Dice Cult YouTube. Thanks for joining us. Have a pleasant evening.
See you next
Bye.
year.
See you
Ooh,
next year.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow, whole year. Anyways, see you next year.